Nap. Verb. Sleep lightly or briefly, especially during the day. Noun. A short sleep, especially during the day. The raised hairs, threads, or similar small projections on the surface of fabric or suede, used especially with reference to the direction in which they naturally lie. A card game resembling whist in which players declare the number of tricks they expect to take, up to 5. Verb. Of a horse. Refuse, especially habitually, to go on at the rider's instruction. Jib. Need. Verb. Require something because it is essential or very important. Not want to be subjected to something. Expressing necessity or obligation. Be necessary. Noun. Circumstances in which something is necessary, or that require some course of action. Necessity. A thing that is wanted or required. The state of requiring help, or of lacking basic necessities such as food. New. Adjective. Not existing before. Made, introduced, or discovered recently, or now for the first time. Not previously used or owned. Of recent origin or arrival. Of vegetables dug or harvested early in the season. Already existing but seen, experienced, or acquired recently or now for the first time. Unfamiliar or strange to someone. Of a person. Inexperienced at or unaccustomed to doing something. Different from a recent previous one. In addition to another or others already existing. In place names discovered or founded later than and named after. Just beginning or beginning anew as regarded as better than what went before. Of a person. Reinvigorated or restored. Superseding another or others of the same kind and advanced in method or theory. Reviving another or others of the same kind. Adverb. Newly, recent. Nice. Adjective. Pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory. Of a person. Pleasant in manner, good-natured, kind. Fine or subtle. Requiring careful thought or attention. Fastidious, scrupulous. Night. Noun. A period of darkness in each 24 hours, the time from sunset to sunrise. The night as the interval between 2 days. The darkness of night. Nightfall. The period of time between afternoon and bedtime. An evening. An evening appointed for some activity, or spent or regarded in a certain way. Exclamation. Short for good night. Adverb. During the night. At night. No. Determiner. Not any. Used to indicate that something is quite the opposite of what is being specified. Hardly any. Used in notices or slogans forbidding or rejecting something specified. Exclamation. Used to give a negative response. Expressing disagreement or contradiction. Expressing agreement with or affirmation of a negative statement. Expressing shock or disappointment at something one has heard or discovered. Adverb. Not at all. To no extent. Not. Noun. A negative answer or decision, as in voting. Noise. Noun. A sound, especially one that is loud or unpleasant or that causes disturbance. a series or combination of loud, confused sounds, especially when causing disturbance. Conventional remarks or other sounds that suggest some emotion or quality. Irregular fluctuations that accompany a transmitted electrical signal but are not part of it and tend to obscure it. Random fluctuations that occur or do not contain meaningful data or other information. Verb. Talk about or make known publicly. Make much noise. Noun. Noun. A word other than a pronoun used to identify any of a class of people, places, or things. Common noun, or to name a particular one of these. Proper noun. Number. Noun. An arithmetical value expressed by a word, symbol, or figure, representing a particular quantity and used in counting and making calculations, and for showing order in a series or for identification. Arithmetic. A quantity or amount. Several. A group or company of people. A large quantity or amount, often in contrast to a smaller one. Numerical preponderance. A single issue of a magazine. A song, dance, piece of music, etc., especially one of several in a performance. A thing, typically an item of clothing of a particular type regarded with approval or admiration. A distinction of word form denoting reference to one person or thing or to more than one. Verb. Amount to, a specified figure or quantity. Comprise. Mark with a number or assign a number to, typically to indicate position in a series. Count. Include or classify as a member of a group. Nut. Noun. A fruit consisting of a hard or tough shell around an edible kernel. The hard kernel of a nut. A small flat piece of metal or other material, typically square or hexagonal, with a threaded hole through it for screwing onto a bolt as a fastener. The part at the lower end of the bow of a violin or similar instrument with a screw for adjusting the tension of the hair. A crazy or eccentric person. A person who is exceedingly interested in or enthusiastic about a specified thing. A person's head. A man's testicles. The fixed ridge on the neck of a stringed instrument over which the strings pass. Verb. Gather nuts. Butt someone with one's head.